Let's go ahead and watch this one. This is a short one.
Following the
A shorty. Our friends over at France 24 always speaking to us in English, which I appreciate. Um, so we're gonna just watch this short video by France 24. This is Iran strikes put in question U.S.-Israeli attacks impact on military capabilities. So this is kind of something that I've been talking about for a little while now, in that I don't think Israel and America have gotten rid of. Well, they say 90 to 95% of the capacity for Iran, which is okay, but uh, I think that Iran still has thousands of missiles, and I think that they still have, well, they definitely still have like hundreds of thousands of drones. And I think they're still producing drones as we speak, probably at a faster rate than they're even using them, if I had to guess. So, um, yeah, but let's see what they have to say here in France 24. See if their assessment is any different than mine.
Following the strikes, residents emerged from bomb shelters. Israeli police said a warhead with about 100 kilograms of explosives caused the damage in central Tel Aviv on Tuesday, leaving
Aw,
buildings destroyed and locals in shock.
aw.
Yeah, we just got into the shelter. We was in the staircase, and then we just heard such a big boom. My ears was hurt, and then the whole shelter was shaking.
It's really, really not nice to live like this. But this
Oh, is it really not nice to live like this? Wow, guys, the Israelis, they don't like they don't like getting bombed. Oh, God, I can't believe it. You know, this is where I say it's so hard for me to have any sympathy for these people. I'll have a little bit of sympathy for him because he's a kid who was born into a Nazi state, and but I'm sure that he's going to grow up to be a little Nazi like all the other people in this goddamn country. Um, but this person right here, you never thought about that when you were doing it to Gaza? You never thought about that? Oh, and also you're doing it right now to Lebanon. You never thought about that it might not be fun to have this shit happen to you? Yeah, okay. Think, put your brain cells together, whatever few you have left in that Zionism-addled brain of yours.
is the situation in Israel.
Despite the Israeli-U.S. attacks on Iranian infrastructure and over 3 weeks of war, the Islamic Republic has continued to hit back. These latest strikes come after the Israeli military failed to intercept 2 Iranian ballistic missiles that hit the southern towns of Ared and Dimona, near Israel's nuclear facility, injuring at least 180 on Saturday.
That's a big one.
This calls into question whether Iran's military capabilities have been reduced to the extent the U.S. and Israel have claimed. On Monday, the Times of Israel reported, the IDF says it has destroyed or disabled around 330 of Iran's estimated 470 ballistic missile launchers. A 2022 U.S. intelligence
Don't ever trust any Israeli, and don't ever trust a single Israeli source when it comes to like what they've accomplished in a military, like under the military or whatever. They are always like overestimating by like tenfold, if I had to guess. So maybe they've gotten like 30 of them or something.
report said that Iran has the largest inventory of ballistic missiles in the region, with Israeli intelligence finding the total stood at 2,500 following June's 12-day war. Iran has been launching sporadic strategic strikes to preserve its arsenal while letting its enemy's stockpiles.
And I've also heard people smarter than me say that they believe Iran, like these are like experts on this shit or whatever. They believe Iran at this current pace could go for like at least 2 years with their missiles. And I don't know if that like includes like if they just keep producing at the same time or not, but I know for a fact that that will outlast the interceptors of America, because America produces like 100 THAAD interceptors or whatever a year, and like 600 Patriot interceptors a year. Like, so I don't know. And they need like, 5 to 10 interceptors per missile that they shoot. So like I think that they'll be able to probably outproduce us in that regard.
Run out. Still, the Islamic Republic's strongest tool remains its effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has been able to leverage this closure as the U.S. appears increasingly desperate.
Whoa. Okay, well that was fast. Yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning, my assessment is just that uh Iran has been planning for this for 20 years, man. Like, and not as in they were like planning on doing some violent attack against everybody like for 20 years, but they were expecting America to one day invade them and try to, and try to take them out. Like, so they have been planning for a defensive war for 20 years at this point, and I really don't think the Americans and Israelis like can even they have such a orientalist view of their enemies or whatever that like they think that they're so stupid and like would never be able to like outplan them or like strategically outmaneuver them. And like it's just so funny watching Iran literally at every step of the way just outmaneuver America and Israel because to be honest, they're just so lost in their own like racist thoughts that they can't come up with any good strategy. So, yeah, that's kind of my assessment at least.